Hello students, I am Pooja Sakalkar, Assistant Professor at Kamal College of Arts, Science and Commerce for Women. This is module number 15. The title of the module is Scientific Presentation and Ethics. This is a module in the course Research Methodology, Bioinformatics and Biostatistics. Outline of this module. In this module, we will learn about scientific presentation. We'll look at the definition, its importance and the important points to remember while doing a scientific presentation. Next, we will look about what are scientific ethics. It's the importance of scientific ethics, ethical principles and breach in ethical principles. This module will help you define scientific presentation. It will help you recognize the importance of scientific presentation. It describes the steps in the preparation and delivery of presentation. It will help you recall the scientific ethics and its importance, the outlines of various ethical principles, and explains the act of breach in ethical principles. To begin with, scientific presentation. Now, what is scientific presentation? It is a method of sharing your observation, introducing a hypothesis or interpreting a result of a study at a professional gathering. Three important components of a good scientific presentation are the content should be good, that is a strong scientific content. It should have good visual information and it should be effective delivery. The importance of scientific presentation. It is one of the quickest way of delivering scientific information because sometimes you would want to communicate it through journal, but it will take some time. However, in a scientific gathering, if you present your information, you get a lot of inputs and your presentation or your results may be accepted or they may be challenged. So, doubts in the minds of the audience can be quickly resolved. You can, during the question answer session, you can answer the questions or doubts that are raised by the scientific community who are listening to your presentation. Brainstorming discussion leads to novel inputs from the experts. It may also lead to new collaborations. The points to remember before preparing the presentation. Before preparing the presentation, you have to know your audience, who is going to listen to your presentation, whether they are immature audience or experts, and accordingly you have to plan your presentation. Know the length of your talk. Suppose you are given 10 minutes, you should be able to finish your presentation within that much time. While preparing the presentation, you have to remember certain points. First of all, organize the content in a PowerPoint. Use brief introduction and methods because if the experts are listening to you, they would rather not be interested in listening to the introduction. They would be more interested in knowing your findings, your results. So, you have to emphasize on the results. You have to use graphics wherever possible. Use simple slides. Use readable fonts. Don't use bright and contrasting colors and don't overcrowd your slides. While delivering the presentation, you have to be confident. You have to talk at a uniform pace. You have to explain the graphics clearly. Do not extend the length of your talk. Practice before delivering the talk and be prepared for the question answer session that would follow your presentation. Now let us come to the second part of our module, that is scientific ethics. Now what are scientific ethics? Set of moral values and principles a researcher needs to have so that he or she is true to himself, true to his work, true to his colleagues, the society, the law and humanity on the whole. As it is rightly said by Sir Edwin that ethics have been well called the religion of science. Importance of ethics in science. To promote the aim of research such as knowledge, truth and avoidance of error and to prohibit fabrication, falsification and misinterpretation of data. Secondly, it helps to encourage the values of collaborative work such as trust, accountability, mutual respect and fairness. Third, to recognize one's responsibility towards the society and to be accountable to public. Fourth, to help build public support for research and winning over the trust of the quality and integrity of research. And finally, to nurture moral and social values such as social responsibility, human rights, animal welfare, compliance with the law, and public health and safety. Now, what are these ethical principles that we are talking about? We can list them into points. First is the honesty in your work. Second is objectivity, that is, you should have a definite aim for your research, integrity of research, carefulness while conducting your research, openness towards discussion, respect towards intellectual properties of other people's ideas or work, confidentiality of your work, responsible publication, responsible mentoring, respect to your colleagues, social responsibility, non-discrimination, competence, legality, animal care, and human subject protection. And when do you say that there is a breach in these ethical principles? That is when there is pleasurism, that is unfair use of somebody else's intellectual property, falsification of data, duplicate publication of the same set of data, drawing far-fetched conclusions without significant evidence, and receiving or giving gift authorship to other authors. Also, we say there is breach in the ethical principles by being non-responsive to academic needs of research scholars and postdocs as per the norms, self-promotion at the cost of the team members, treating colleagues in a feudal way, or being manipulative or cunning in order to get pushed to positions of power. These are the set of references these are the books that I have referred in order to do this presentation, and these are the references for future reading. Thank you.